social safety net? Governors. Mass incarceration didn't start with the 94 crime bill. It started with the governor of California. And Jim Crow never had a single federal law. Stripping Black people of citizenship after Reconstruction happened by 9 governors. And so if that's how much power governors have, imagine what could happen if a governor had the power to do things right, to put money in your communities, to protect your civil rights, and to make sure that you got the same resources as everyone else.
And first off, I just love hearing you talk, because you get me so juiced just on somebody honoring the power and the ability to impact people's lives in a material way. Obviously, this is very tumultuous times, but anytime you say anything, you got people on one side or the other chiming in on what it is. But productive conversations about how we use this power for good and how we continue to change people's lives and speak for them and look out for them. That I can tell you have that heart and passion. And speaking of that, when it comes to the importance of voting and protecting the freedoms for people that we love, I know there's a very specific example I think you can kind of talk about that when voter suppression really has its power, terrible things happen. And can you kind of speak about, I don't know if many people know about the Quitman 10+2 and that as something that's going on in your state that you're trying to go against?
Absolutely. So I was talking to my friend Will and his son Liam today about democracy. And 12 years ago in Quitman, Georgia, Brian Kemp, as Secretary of State, had originally 10 women plus 2 more arrested for registering and encouraging voters to vote by absentee ballot. And here was what was going on. Quitman is in Brooks County, and the school district was majority Black, but the school board was all white. And so they said, we need more representation that looks like the kids in these schools. So they organized themselves, they registered to vote, and they used a mechanism called absentee ballots. They followed the law, they did everything right, and they won. Well, the people who lost got so mad, they called the Secretary of State, Brian Kemp. And even though they did not do a single thing wrong, he had them arrested, some of them on Christmas Eve. They were charged with 120 felonies. Their pictures, these are school teachers, these are community members. They are on the front page of the newspaper accused of committing felonies. One woman nearly committed suicide, and it took years, and they were exonerated on every single charge. But because Brian Kemp didn't think they had the right to use the same tool that everyone else had used for years, he had them arrested. And it's that kind of behavior that we know he has continued as governor. And so it's so important that on a day when I was meeting with Black business owners here in Georgia, he decided to go to the place where he helped eliminate